I also see Wakaza's monitor, which has the Windows XP wallpaper on it.
本当にやり込んだゲームですので、
Yo,
そういったこと
XP.
で、2年前の、RTA In Japan の 100% のレースに続いて、今回、2% のレースの機会をを皆さんの前で披露することができて、本当に幸せです。
Nice.
運営
I'm
をはじめとする各社の皆
hungry.
様、本当にありがとうございました。
Hungry.
最後にではあります
Oh,
が、お
we're
二人
not
から宣伝があるとの
hungry.
ことなので、まずは
Not
ス
the
トロさんからお願い
nations.
します。
Wakaza about to eat cake live on stream.
12月30日の正午過ぎから
Yeah.
信長の野望革新 with パワーアップキット小田家天下統一 RTA の方にて同じく実況解説を務めさせていただいておりますので、そちらも合わせてぜひご視聴ください。よろしくお願いいたします。
はい、ありがとうございます。続けて岡田さん、お
I
願いします。
wonder who the commentator is. I've never heard of them before.
僕は今回走った三条ドロッチ
Yeah. I don't know who's that.
Yeah, I don't recognize that commentator at all.
Sure. Let me check a little bit.
バックアップのため披露できるかはわからないんですけど、
Yeah, I don't know who's the one guy that commentated
Ooh.
on
Ooh.
out of Japan.
Wakaza's showing off his touch Kirby box. That's
Ah.
Kirby Canvas Curse for
Yeah.
all of you in the
Canvas
West.
Curse is in the back of this marathon, but I guess it won't be showing up.
Oh, this guy actually has a card of the game. This guy is more real than me. Sometimes we like to joke around about Wakaza not being human because of how good he is at video games. He's more real than me, TBH. Alright, we have a break coming up, and we will be back with Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland Meta Nightmare. A really good run. Hope you all stick around for it. Until then, enjoy the break.
It was disappointing actually as a separating from Kirby block. Yeah. Post next.
はい、画面の方映りましたかね。続きまして。
Okay, good thing I didn't get a snack, because we're already back. Wow.
の方、今映ってないんですけども、開始すると、右下の方に。
Oh
Alright,
wow, yeah.
this here is Meta Nightmare in Dreamland. Meta Nightmare in Dreamland is all about movement and Meta Knight.
Yeah, this is
Lots
the
of tricky strategies for bosses, lots of tricky movement, lots of cool optimizations, and new tech we'll be seeing throughout this run. I'm sorry for interrupting again. I've been a little bad about that.
This is an additional game mode to the Kirby's Adventure on the GBA remake of Kirby Nightmare Dreamland. You can unlock it by 100% the normal mode, which you hit auto switch, and beating the extra mode regardless of what percentage you get, I think. And you will unlock
Alright, and we are already in the run.
基本的に敵に関してぶつかってしまうと
Alright, so 1-1 will go the same most of the time. As long as Mirii does the same movement and starts off a softer set, the enemies should do the same thing every time.
進んでいきます。
Ooh, Hothead did a little shoot, but Mirii was ready for it. One really neat thing about this game is that the movement might seem very simple in this run, but Mirii is actually a lot of the movement Mirii is doing is very specific because Mirii wants to do things that will account for every single enemy pattern because a lot of the enemies are very random in this game, the way they move. Here we got Poppy Bros. Poppy Bros not jumping up in the air, but Mirii ready for it. I'm surprised. Usually, Poppy Bro almost always jumps up in the air, and we take advantage of that.
画面が固定されてしまっていて、中ボスに最後の一撃を与えたタイミングで右に移動。
Anyway, much like extra mode in this game, you only have 3 health, and that makes things very difficult. If you get hit like even once, that could just change the way you play the game.
Yeah.
Because a damage boost can be pretty costly, honestly. And taking damage on accident, ooh, you don't want to do that at all. But Mirii has been running this game a lot and has just been showing absolute mastery throughout this game. It's been really awesome to watch. I have been watching Mirii closely for the past week. Here we have Frosty. Frosty, very easy fight. You just slash. One thing we are avoiding is dash attacks because the dash attack, if you slash while dashing, Meta Knight, it has a lot of triple slash in this room to line up, but yeah, the dash attack, it has an insane amount of startup and end lag, and you are so vulnerable during that attack. Almost every time you dash attack in this run, it's on accident.
Yeah, you always do the jump slash because the very few,
Wispy.
way less lag compared to the normal attack.
You slash Wispy. Easy.
Yeah, Wispy is one of the few boss to actually just slash. On the few moment of this game.
じゃあ、僕の見たサイトが間違ってましたね。
Meta Knight's running speed is really fast compared to what Kirby does, and we will take advantage of it in many stuff later on.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. It is fastest as Meta Knight to be on the ground, so you want to try and be in the air as little as possible. This game has quite a few technical aspects to it, and I like it a lot. I definitely prefer this over the Kirby mode, which is honestly a hot take because a lot of Kirby runners will find that Meta Knight is very clunky to control, but I love taking advantage of a lot of the technical aspects.
Yeah, that's why the Kirby Lightman Dream.
I love this damage boost.
It's definitely one of the more popular Kirby category, but not the Meta Knight.
Yeah, Meta Knight used to be really popular, but now it's kind of fallen off compared to Kirby. Now neither category is popular.
Yeah, both categories popular in the Kirby game standard.
Now another little cool piece of tech is when you want to go up, you have to like flap at a very specific rate. Also slash in the water so that way you fall faster. But yeah, when you want to go up, you want to start off with the jumping slash. This way you always get the highest possible jump and you can start flapping without having to let go of A. It's like, it's just the little things. It's so good. This strat Mirii is doing in the 2-3 arena is the fastest one you can do. It requires 2 damage boosts. First one off this guy, and second one off this guy. And you damage boost through this guy while you have iframes. And now you are left with 1 health. Thankfully, we have a tomato in 2-4.
Yeah, in just the first room of 2-4, and we can get that very easy.
Just don't die before it. Miri's not dying before it. And another little bit of tech there. When you run off of an edge, you can let go of the D-pad and start flapping, and you will lose very little horizontal speed for a while. This is a technique that was only used in the TAS for years, and we just never thought to add it into RTA. But mirii added it into RTA this past month, taking advantage of it there again.
Wow, pretty epic.
Yeah. No one talked about this until like I watched the world record a month after it was like a recent world record, like months after the long-standing one he had was beaten.
で、エキストラモードおよびメタナイトで GO では、本来栄養ドリンクは2回復。
Right, this room with Meta Knight is very difficult. At the end of this room, mirii is going to jump between these two Gordos. Mirii is the only Meta Knight runner who does this. It's a very small time save, and it is so difficult. This is my strat here. I contributed to this game too.
Epic.
I love that block room strat so much. You like hold neutral on the D-pad, so that way you like go in the perfect spot inside the block. It's so good.
Yeah.
Alright, pain roller's also pretty easy. Easy pattern.
Yeah, pain roller's pretty easy, as you can just... Yeah, because of the attacking range of Meta Knight, if it's at the top, you can smash it into the wall. When you're flying up to the middle ones. Something like that. Anyway, we are into 3-1.
That's TikTok. TikTok time, everybody! It's TikTok time! But one cool thing to mention is that when every time you take a slash, like a regular slash, you move a little bit forward. So what we'll be seeing, especially in this stage at the end, we have 3-2 Foxy.
Yeah, 3-2
3-2 Bugsy, what am I saying? Cam now.
Yeah, it's Bugsy.
It's Bugsy. And yeah.
Yeah, the Bugsy in the 3-2 is one of the more challenging boss in this game.
Hashtag takes a hit because of it. You do not want to get hit by Bugsy. Bugsy can move forward, backwards, jump forward, backwards, in the same spot. He can stay still. He can charge forward. Lots of things he can do. Thankfully, not grabbed. I think in almost every recent world record mirii has had in this game, he's gotten grabbed by Bugsy. Thankfully, no abilities to recover in this game, but still, a time loss is a time loss. And a hit is something you don't want to take.
We make use of the
not a whole lot to talk about in this stage.
Make use of the down panel so that we don't climb down the stairs. It's very slow, of course.
Little double slash there, so that way he can keep his height without losing a lot of speed. 3-4 arena is cool.
Yeah, now the Meta Knight, and the second Meta Knight win.
This one is one of the easier ones.
Imagine fighting
Only
your
this
own...
guy takes 2 hits. Or actually, no, the guy at the end also takes 2 hits. Accidental hit! There's a tomato in this next room. Don't get hit by the Kaibu. Didn't get hit by the Kaibu. We're good. Alright, we're back to full health. Good. Alright, we have a candy here.
Yeah, that's why
we're going to take advantage of another neutral flap here. Woo!
Yeah, you still need to hit them. In this game, he cannot do damage.
Yeah, it's not like Katam. And Squeak.
Another Squeak with just watch it, yeah.
KO Boomer. And 2 intentional dash attacks. Those 2 were actually intentional. Ooh, slashes the bullet so he doesn't get hit by it. Very well done.
And here's the auto spoiler, basically. You can do nothing about it.
The only time you get to blink, aside from during a room transition, as pointed out in the chat. That detail's so funny, and I can't unsee it now. A little bit of a new strat. I hadn't seen that until yesterday.
Pull down navigation.
So flapping. Flapping is surprisingly tricky in this game. It's a very specific rhythm you have to mash at.
Yeah, it's
guessing Moon is awful because you literally just need a slash once and you're in the perfect spot, and then you like literally lose no time if you get it incorrect. Yeah, I said it. 4-1. This hothead's annoying. I hate that hothead.
Indeed. That Sparky can be annoying too sometimes.
Hmm.
この UFO というのが、まあ
I probably got hit by that Sparky. Yeah.
また後ほど出てくる面があるんですけど、そちらで、その
Yeah, make use of the Meta Knight's running speed. You can just go straight past through that Gordo.
Easy pattern from the tornado, even though dealing with the tornado if he does his tornado thing is actually pretty easy, as it turns out.
かなりロスになってしまいますが、今回もまた何もしてこなかったですね。
This is 4-2. 4-2, we have a new strat that was fairly recently implemented. That was timed by yours truly, me. And we have the double poppy fight, which is surprisingly tricky. But if you understand the same thing and you get a fairly common pattern from the two, then it's easy. You just want this guy to jump immediately. You jump so that way you can take out that bomb and the one that just went under him. If you don't jump, you will get hit by that bomb, and it is not fun. I used to lose all 3 of my health to those bosses. It was not fun.
Sure.
4-3, we got a windy room here.
Airship level, and yeah, we made use of the Meta Knight's running speed. We do think that's way different to what we do in the Kirby Steams.
Yes, we take the bottom path here. Meanwhile, in Kirby mode, we previously took the top path, and now the center path. But in Meta Knight, it was always pretty obvious that bottom path is by far the fastest, and I like that. I like the differences. The same game, but very different because of the way the two move.
Indeed.
4-2, we have a fan favorite. I did not realize the pun I made, even though I'm sure I made that during a tournament race at one point.
And fan.
Oops. Fan.
And you see the wheel, we don't need the wheel.
I like the strat here where he down slashes through this guy and then cancels it right before touching the floor. Slides through that guy. Slashes the other sortie.
Yeah, it's almost as good as just doing the
Alright, Fan time. Don't get grabbed. Fan rolls. But thankfully this Fan's pretty easy to react to. We'll be seeing Fan again in 7-2, in which we will be praying then.
Yeah. Once again, invincible candy for the first room. Easy.
Yeah. The first room of 4-5 is deceptively a little bit difficult if you don't quite understand how the cloud tiles work. Because, like, half of the tile that, like, sort of appears to be like a wall is not actually a wall. I got this a little bit easy because I found the level editor, which is only in Chinese. So I, like, figured out the clouds pretty quickly. But, yeah.
Yeah, the Meta Knight arena, easy.
Yeah, it's a very easy arena. And those Kaizo Bronobirds that fall from the sky randomly. Mirii makes sure to go through that room in a very specific way. That way, there is no chance you get screwed over by them. 4-6, I'm drinking water.
Ah. Because it's drinking water, there's not much to talk about. Yeah, just that.
TikTok time, everybody. It's TikTok time.
And now the dark room navigation.
Yeah, the dark rooms, there's some hidden tiles, but when you play the game enough, you always know where everything is. It's pretty easy. Coming up is Kracko.
Yeah, Kracko once again. And this time we had the pre-stage. But just as the Meta Knight is just pretty simple, just flap.
Yeah, you just flap. Make sure you're good at flapping. Which side do we spawn Meta Knight on? It's the right side, the good one.
Yeah.
Crack is pretty easy if you don't mess up. If you mess up, you are getting hit, and you are hoping you don't have 1 health there. Okay, so for the longest time, we didn't go bottom path as Meta Knight until like a month ago. And now mirii goes bottom path every time, even if he's down health, because he has a strat to grab that pep brew, which is usually why you'd want to take top paths. Anyway, 5-1, one of the shortest stages in the game. Now we have one of the longest stages in the game, 5-2. World 5 has a lot of really long and difficult stages, especially 5-3.
Yeah, we will see why it's difficult very soon after. And the hint is that the mechanics
I love the double slash.
made for Kirby, not for Meta. The older levels are same for the both mode. That will make some pretty normal Kirby stage be notoriously difficult for Meta Knight to navigate it.
Bonkers. I noticed mirii got like really consistent at dealing with bonkers, like all of them.
Sure.
Because like bonkers was like one of the bosses I always struggled with. Alright. 5-3, we got the vertical and running level. And then the epic spike pit at the end.
And we call it the epic test.
Epic test, that's the line.
And if you somehow don't realize it, you can see the bottom corner, you can see the timer there. We are using that, definitely. Because why not? It's the in-game time, the most accurate.
We like to use in-game time, otherwise Wii UVC would be a... Actually, I think Wii UVC is just faster anyway, but not by much at all.
Yeah, this game don't have that insane difference.
mirii intentionally taking a hit, that way he can go through the spike maze as fast as possible. No one really, like, thought to do that, honestly. And no one, like, really found a way to, get past that without getting hit, like, consistently at all until I did. I don't know why it took me to do it, but cool.
Well, epic then.
Yeah.
Second part of the epic test passed it, basically. That one, at first.
Yeah. This arena's a little bit tricky, I guess. I've definitely taken my fair share of deaths in this arena.
Screen.
But yeah, hopefully... So, I hate to break it to you guys, this run will probably not be deathless. We will likely be taking an intentional death in World 7. It barely loses any time. IGT does count during the death animation though, so it is certainly a time loss.
Yeah.
I wonder if IGT didn't count during the death animation, I feel like there'd be a lot more intentional deaths in the run and a lot more damage boosts. It would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's right. And for the Meta Knight mode, that's another thing that's missing is the go games.
Yeah, I love that. I hate the goal games, even though they're pretty easy. Easy Fire Lion. Ooh, gets hit by the pig, that's luck. That's not good for mirii, because that means he's going to be one less health in the 6-1, which can be a fairly daunting stage.
Yeah, just
by the way, I think like mirii's pace is like pretty dang good.
Yeah,
literally can't think of like many time losses. He's so consistent. He like gets 27s every run now, and no one else can 28.
Yeah.
Once again, taking advantage of the neutral flaps.
Yeah, we definitely don't go into the air as much.
The strategy for Heavy Mole is to create yourself a little ditch. That way you won't get hit by that bottom
and Heavy Mole is also
thingy. Whatever this boss even is, it's called Heavy Mole.
From each hits. Anyway, we are into the World 6. There's only 2 world left in this mode. The timer ends when we finish DDD.
Yep.
We don't fight the nightmare as the Meta Knight, because there's obviously no way to do that.
Alright, coming up. Really difficult.
Already taking a hit.
Bit of a slip up. Okay, he shouldn't get hit again. Frog didn't know him. Good.
上に
Yeah.
速度が若干上がってきてるので、かけるのが難しい。
You can recover 1 health here. Hey, do it right. Okay, avoiding killing the frogs. Yeah, that one drink.
先ほどのスカーフィー降りてくるところなんですけども、かなり高速で降りてきまして、段差のところ、最小限のジャンプしないと当たってしまう。
Yes, yes, 2740, yeah.
An accidental hit. I can't help but wonder, is mirii gonna go for the pep brew for safety in 6-3? He is like very consistent at bonkers. Ooh.
Wow. Almost
Missing a jump. I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about that, but dang.
True.
He does take the pep brew.
Very packed.
ボンカー戦ですね。いつもと同じように間合いを管理してキック。
Alright, 6-3, probably the longest stage in the game. I'm not too sure. It's weird as Meta Knight. It's actually like pretty short as Meta Knight, now that I think about it. Because like, you got stuck with wheel, he got floating up that room. This room is like tricky. I hate this room.
Yeah, pretty tricky.
Yeah, the falling Scarfies are so annoying. Don't get frogged. Didn't get frogged. Alright, so mirii recently started going for an insanely difficult cycle I've never seen anyone else go for. Here it comes. Going through these. Oh, he made it look so easy. If he messes up at all, then it becomes a lot harder, but I've still seen him get it. He's very consistent at it. It's incredible to watch.
I guess it's the Meta Knight version of swimming. Oh wow. The insider joke that I don't know who else would know it.
1マス分避けなきゃいけないというところで、なかなか操作感がシビアになってくるところです。
6-5.
今、下付きで降りていきましたが、
Yeah, 6-5 is a very short stage for the both Kirby and Meta Knights.
ちゃんと止めることを覚えないと。
Very straightforward.
Easy.
But the 6-6 is the more challenging one.
Yes, this is probably I don't know if this is the hardest stage in the game anymore. I don't know, there's too many hard stages. I feel like this is harder than 5-3 at this point. I find the epic test is a little bit easier for me now, and mirii. That UFO room can be fairly random, but mirii makes sure to go through that room in an absolutely specific room. This way, he never gets hit, hopefully, with an asterisk. And coming up, we have the hardest arena in this game. So every time you like slide on ice, your jump input gets eaten. It's pretty epic.
Yeah, the ice physics. And now we are gonna be fighting the most difficult.
We are fighting ourselves.
Yes, we are fighting ourselves.
This fight sucks. He can just block randomly and hit you randomly.
Very good one.
Not bad.
Wow, there's only one block. That's almost the perfect one. The best one you can get.
I've seen mirii get a lot of perfect Meta Knights lately. And also a lot of really terrible ones, where he just takes all of mirii's health.
Anyway, he got
mirii made sure to practice 7-1 block room a lot when he returned to this game. Doing a down slash here, this way he hopefully doesn't respawn the flamer, but he did respawn him, meaning mirii did need to wait a little bit.
2 health left for the 7-2, which you just mentioned way earlier. And we mentioned about Flatpad. And yeah, so 7-2, as you can see, is the mini-boss rush lab. And we go to
Bonker's
the
given a kind of funny pattern. Fan, we want him to roll, and he does that. We slash right through him, waiting for his next attack. It's another roll. Fan's gonna throw an apple. Ooh, and makes it underneath. Usually Fan's a little bit too heavy to do that. Bugsy doing the backstep, the infamous backstep. but mirii dealing with it very. Oh,
Yeah, he's like,
oh,
one health.
oh, 1 health for Fire Lion. Fire Lion can sometimes do things that can be unpredictable.
that's
Fire
perfect
Lion
line.
gave very good luck.
Okay.
ちなみに倒した後
自分のミスで
The line's perfect, basically.
これで死んだら
Wow, so good Meta Knight and kinda decent 7-2.
Fairly good 7-2, I'd say. Not getting grabbed at all is pretty good. Bonker's a little bit iffy, but it's pretty much everything you can ask for, especially in a marathon setting.
Yeah, those JP one got insane consistency. You can just see what Wakasa and Cabbage did and also maybe.
多々ありますが、うまい具合に取る。ここで無敵キャンディーを取りまして、
Yeah, you can just one in this slope. That's the Meta Knight physics.
I like this stage of Meta Knight, it's pretty easy. Nice little task flap there. Alright, this room, the bad Mario Maker level. Mirii does a consistency strat. Oh,
What did
I spoke too soon. But Mirii does. Oh, I'm shutting up. Oh no!
Oh no, the first
Not a bad
death.
death. Not a bad death. But
First death.
oh boy. Oh, another hit.
Yeah, the clock one could be annoying. Sadly, this is not
7-4, making sure Mirii is afraid of it. Little up slash here to delay for this Gordo, going through that last one at a perfect time.
Last room, basically it's the same for all characters.
ダークの攻撃が下方向にも上方向にもかなり広範囲になっているので、適当に振っても。
Alright, coming up next is 7-5. 7-5, a fairly easy. I think the stage isn't too bad in Meta Knight.
Yeah, we only
We
need
have
to kill
Wheelie.
one.
Wheelie's basically the worst part. But Wheelie given nice luck. Wind Tunnel. Wind Tunnel's difficult, but as long as you just do the same thing and account for this pig here, you will be fine. I saw Mirii recently get bad luck from that pig, but he dealt with it so well.
Okay.
7-6.
The KDF float back level.
懐かしい感じがするんですかね。
は懐かしいです。
KDL! We love KDL1 at SpeedGaming.
白黒っていうのはなかなか趣があっていいですよね。
Yeah, KDL. That Meta Knight don't even exist yet.
としてはもう横
Yeah.
進んでジャンプをして切るだけになりますので、サクサクですね。ここですね。
Kabu Room. Kabu Room is hard.
Yeah, let's see how this
Oh,
goes.
he makes it through that Gordo. That's a tricky cycle to make.
Yeah, this is a pretty precise plan.
Yeah, that Cloud Room strat. I never learned that one. That wasn't the strat he did in the world record when I learned this game. But it looks easier than the one I did.
Okay, the DDD
Alright,
fight.
DDD.
It's still alive. It's not easy actually.
This run can 27.
Yeah, if you just
1,
don't
2.
die.
Alright.
Just don't die.
The action DD will do changes every single time DD gets hit.
That's a pretty fast DDD fight.
Oh, 27:47. 7 seconds off world record. What a run.
7 seconds off his PB.
昨日の記録プラス2秒でしたっけ？
そうですね。
Dude,
What an
just,
amazing showing.
プラス7秒になります。
yeah, that's amazing. Just that's the 27 with a death. Remember, I don't know they hit that in his current world record, but yeah, that's an amazing feat indeed.
Actually, no, I haven't seen his current world record because he keeps beating it.
今回目標27分台出せたらいいなって思ってたんで。
Since I last watched world record, he lowered it 10 seconds. Anyway, once again, amazing showing from Mirii. Meta Knight is awesome. Please play Kirby. We love Kirby. We love Meta Knight. Kirby is
Yeah.
cute.
まあ、
That is
ゲー
cute.
ムボーイアドバンスのカービィ
Yeah, either way, that That must be the end of our commentary, but not the Kirby games. There's another one in
嬉しいです。ありがとうござい
in
ます。
like the next 24 hours or something.
Yeah.
そうです
Just so
ね
you know, if anyone is interested in learning Amazing Mirror 100% or Squeak 100%, may or may not have new tutorials coming for those two games soon. Wink, wink.
日本でも上位の4人の方のレースとなりますので、かなり
Yeah, the world record for this game was just set 9 hours ago. I just saw the notification on speedrun.com.
私の方からは特にはないので、
Yeah.
以上とさせていただきますかね。
今回
God,
It's actually it's actually last night.
先ほどの手段など Wii U のバーチャルコンソ
So
ール
good. I love Meta Knight.
715円とかで買えますので、まあ、ぜひともやってみて、やってみるなり
Or last evening
久しぶり
actually.
に
I watched it
プレイ
live.
よろしければまた
So
やってもらえる
It's
人がいる
nearly
と嬉しいです
24 hours ago.
そうですね、奏者が増えていただけると。
Exactly a day
嬉しい
ago.
ですね。はい
Yeah. Just like what Shasta said, there's a Kirby Speed One Discord. You can just easily find that out in speedone.com Kirby page.
あ
Does anyone have the schedule for RTA in Japan? Because Kirby, while gone for now, not gone forever. That's right, we have Kirby Superstar. It will be at 11:39 Eastern Time PM on Thursday, December 30th. That run will be commentated by Nippo and Pro Hybrid. We hope to see you then. SpeedGaming, thank you so much for having me and Thomas. This was awesome. Really happy with my commentary this time around.